unmute myself, switch to turning off the music, and then to the correct screen. And then making sure that everybody can hear you guys, because you guys are the main entertainment telling the jokes. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, awesome. So I think we should be fully live. I'm going to check just in case. Yes, we are fully live. Awesome. It's great. I just did one of the shows earlier this week where, I'm going to spotlight myself real quick, where I forgot to turn on the video or something. And it was just like nothing but me talking for a little bit, but nonetheless, I'm gonna get us started. I think somebody is causing a little bit of echo, so if you don't mind muting yourselves for the first part of this. But hello, and welcome to the TB&J Open Mic. I'm Tom, and I'll be hosting solo this evening for the first time in a long time, as my normal co-host, Brooksy Poopsie, is canceled. Just kidding. He's feeling a little bit tired from getting his second shot of the vaccine, which is really great. So he's fine. He's just saying it's making him feel a little bit tired. So we will welcome him back. But before we get started, I'm going to do what we always do, which is review of policies. So first up, we have a 2-strike heckling policy. First strike, we will mute you. Second strike, i.e. doing anything weird from your camera, we will kick you out of the room. Next, we have a 0-tolerance harassment policy. So if you are being harassed, send a private message to me and I'll kick them out. No questions asked. Also, when you perform, you'll be able to either switch to gallery view or you can pin. There's a separate square that right now just looks like numbers. That is your timer and will let you know how much time you have left in your set. And if you need, you can also private message me if you need an audible cue, and I'll say 1 minute. When you have 1 minute left, and networkers, don't forget to put your socials in the chat when you're done with your set. And that's it for comedians. Now for audience members. Special note that this is an open mic, so keep in mind the comedians performing with us come from varying levels of experience, so be nice. Also, the content featured on this show and all of our shows may not be suitable for all audiences, so you have been warned. Also, plug for Stand Up for a Cause, our charity show next Friday, March 19th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, in support of AIDS Committee of Toronto, ACT, so mark your calendars, it's going to be a good time. Also, bonus plug for a new show that I'm really excited for. We're trying this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's another addition to shows that are thinly veiled attempts for me to trick people into being my friend. It's called Jack Off with Friends, where we play Jackbox games. So definitely sign up for that if you want to just play some Jackbox games. And you can sign up for that, where you can sign up for all the shows at district-comedy/signup. And if this is pretty much the last thing, if you'd like to support the stream, please consider making a donation of any size. Links to all the things are in the stream description. And now I'm gonna get us started. Woo woo woo! Because I would never put it on you guys to try and segue out of harassment policies. So let's get started. Give it up for our first comedian, Tom, everybody. Woo! Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yeah, make some noise. Yeah, like I said, Brooks isn't here, so I'm gonna say all the shit I can never say to his face. Mostly, God damn it, you're such a good friend, super supportive. Really appreciate the bond we've nurtured, motherfucker. No, very aggressive. Not sure why it is that I have a hard time complimenting people to their face. I think it's because I know how I feel when people compliment me, and I assume they're similarly broken. Like, I've never been the type of person to receive a compliment and be like, thanks, I deserve those accolades. What's worse is someone will compliment me, and I will think less of them. For example, it feels like some of you already know what I'm talking about, but for example, if you're like, not that this would ever happen in real life, but if you're like, hey, great set, that was really funny, my first thought will be, wow, you have a horrible sense of humor, and I don't trust your judgment. But that's horrible, but then also, on top of that, the reverse is true. Like, if you were to say, oh man, that was horrible, you fucking bombed, I'll be like, thank you. That's what I was thinking this entire time. What I'm trying to say is, words of affirmation are more like a foreign language to me than a love language. Which is great. The only love languages I have identified for myself so far are leave me the fuck alone and, well, money. I feel like that's everybody. I have yet to meet someone who is like, no thanks, keep your bag of money. I'd rather have some more quality time or have you wash the dishes. Hashtag acts of service. But I also feel like I've been hanging out with comedians and other artists for most of my life, which is why I think it wasn't until recently that I realized that some people are just well-adjusted, I guess. Like, you could say, wow, you've really accomplished a lot. I'm really proud of you. And they'll just be like, I agree, and not start hyperventilating. Like, what the hell? This is about the same time I learned that, and this is a true fact, apparently, it is possible to take a shower without assuming the fetal position and crying. I just assumed it was a time to wash ourselves physically and emotionally. Overall, I'm just trying to say I put the lament and compliment. Also that I did not complete my 2020 New Year's resolution, which was to see a therapist. Anyway, in an M. Night Shyamalan plot twist that completely contradicts everything I've been talking about, give it up for me, everybody! Woo! And this would normally be like the end of my set, but I do want to give a shout out. I don't even think she's in the room right now, but we've been having, if you're already a fan of the mic, a cultural exchange of snacks between our neighbors in Canada and ourselves. So Desiree Walsh got some awesome Uncrustables, and tonight I have to share with you, I'll be trying these for the first time, but these are Pringles that are ketchup flavored, straight from Canada. I just got them shipped in today.
So good.
So, oh, awesome. I recognize that voice. Desiree is here. So here we go. Here we go. I'm going to eat them. And
No, I don't know if she's here.
Oh my God. That's somebody
that
else's
wasn't
voice.
Desiree.
No,
You
wait.
are a Desiree voice doppelganger.
Yep. Yeah, that was me.
Oh, hi, Grace.
I do love the ketchup potato chips, though.
Here we go. I'm just going to eat. Okay, so these are gonna stab me as I swallow them because I didn't chew enough, and they're very sharp, as is normal with Pringles. But also, those not only taste like ketchup, but they specifically taste like ketchup. Like, I think they got the ingredients for the ketchup flavoring by going to McDonald's and collecting all of the ketchup packets and squeezing them into a bottle before they put them on the Pringles. Like, it tastes like there's an aftertaste of plastic in them somehow. So that is it for me. Thank you guys for being patient while I make all those announcements and basically wait for you guys to enjoy me eating. Give it up for Tom, everybody! Woo!
Yeah!
Woo!
All
right, let's see who's in the room real quick before I announce them. I'm trying to learn. Fucking Josh isn't here yet. He was first on my list. Next up on my list, let's check for Noah. These are all people who should be in the room right now but aren't. Right, also no go for Noah. This isn't looking good. Let's look out for Ralph. Is he? No, he's also not in the room. God damn it. All right, we are 3 for 3. Let's check up. Okay, so obviously I could not have possibly let him know that he was on deck, although we appreciate him and love him. Yeah, I also hear that echo, so whoever that is. Not that I have any idea how you could know who you are, but if you do, please,
we can all mute.
Tune it down a little bit. Oh, I don't want to say that because I love hearing y'all's laughter, but nonetheless, I'm just gonna keep it going. The next / first person we have on our mic, has some of the best eyebrows in the scene. You could say that they are on fleek. And he also has jokes. So give it up for the fantastic, the hilarious Cody Webb. Woo, 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 woo.
Woo! All right. Yes. So you ever think about how weird sand is? Like, it's genuinely weird. Like, you only find it in deserts and on beaches. So it's only in the driest places on Earth or right next to the ocean and nothing in between. That is bizarre. Okay, like that is the equivalent of an asexual person who goes to orgies. They either want no sex or all of it at once. And before anyone gets mad at me, don't worry, I can tell that joke. I am made of sand. No, I'm kidding. Okay. No, that part's a joke. I actually am ace. And if this is the first time you're hearing about it, it's probably because I haven't, been public about it until recently. And the reason for that is it's my mom's fault. Basically, when I was a teenager, I was worried that the meds I was taking were, messing with my hormones and stuff. So I told her, hey, I want to go off my meds for a little bit. I think they might be making me asexual. And she goes, what's that? Not a great start. Not a great start to somebody telling you something deeply personal, but it's fine. She's older. I get it. I understand her not knowing it. So eventually I go to the doctor. I go off my meds. It doesn't work. I go back on my meds and accept, this is just who I am as a person. A couple of months later, I'm talking to my mom again, and she asks, wait, why'd you go off your meds again? And I say, oh, it's because I thought the meds were making me asexual. And she responds, what's that? I'm not even that mad that she forgot about me coming out to her. I'm more mad that she doesn't understand how fucking prefixes work. Like, Jesus Christ, forget my feelings all you want, but this is basic fucking English here. Come on. You do not have an excuse to not understand what it means. It's not that hard of a prefix. It's literally the first one. Honestly, I hope for her sake that she doesn't get tripped up by prefixes this much in real life. That would be inconvenient. Like, she goes to work and she's trimming some hedges, and her boss comes up behind her and goes, hey, I'm gonna need you to work on those hedges again. They're a bit asymmetrical. What's that? A little bit more about me. I am from Oregon. I moved to Boston for a year before I moved back to my home state of Oregon. And what's really nice about Oregon is people actually know how to pronounce Oregon here. None of this Oregon crap that I was getting on the East Coast. Every time somebody says Oregon, a little bit of me dies inside. But I don't want anyone to think I'm petty or anything, so I always just let it slide. Okay? I don't want anyone to think I don't respect the people of Massachusetts. The people of Boozetown, Massachusetts were nothing but nice to me. In fact, with all this Zoom comedy stuff, everybody I've met on the E-Ast, Co-Ast, wonderful people. All across Americia, wonderful people. All right, thank you. That's my time. I've been Cody Webb.
Woo! Give it up for Cody, everybody. Oh my god. I love how aggressively positive you are. Love that. All right, next up on our list, I posted it in the chat just so that you all know who we can passive aggressively shame for not being here already. But next up, Alaba, she's the one who sent me these ketchup flavored Pringles. I hope she was here to witness it. If not, I'll be
was not. Eat another one.
I will be snacking on them throughout the night. And I guess right now, just for you, trying to introduce the next person while I chew on this. The next person is you. Give it up.
Yay!
She's Canadian. She eats Uncrustables. It's Desiree Walsh. Woo woo
Hello. Yes, I am Canadian. There's still no joke there. It's still more of a humble brag at this point. But I am rooting for you, America. Ketchup chips are one of my favorite chips. You're missing out, America. Don't have ketchup chips, don't have universal health care. How are you even a country right now? That's one of the things I find fascinating about your country is that you have so many tasty snacks, but not ketchup chips, but so many tasty snacks. You are the inventors of Fruit Loops donuts, and I think that's very commendable. But you do not have universal health care. And I find that rather gaslighting as a country. So many tasty snacks. Because the story should be, have a Baconator. We'll take care of you. Not, watch out for little Debbie. She will kill you. And one of the particular things I find appalling about your healthcare system, it was hard to pick just one, was that $3,400 to take an ambulance to the hospital if you don't have insurance and you are injured. And I am from in about 1990, the province of Ontario, where I live, decided they were going to charge people $45 Canadian that's not very much money compared to $3,400 American. Yeah, so they decided they were going to charge you $45. Everything else was free. And people were livid that the government would have the audacity to charge its people $45 for health care. And in fact, I got injured when I was little, and my mom was like, "Oh no, I think we need an ambulance." And my dad said, "No, put her in the car. I'll drive real fast. I have this funeral sticker. Don't ask me how I got it. It will work out." Because I'll be damned if I'm taking I'm paying $45 for a child to go to the hospital. And in fairness to him, the family rule was if you can still breathe and talk, you do not need an ambulance. So really, shame on me for not completely passing out. Yes. The other thing I learned about your country is best case scenario, if you have a baby, it's going to run you $10,000 American, which again, a lot of money. That's like best case scenario, like the cheapest baby you can get will cost you $10,000. And I think that isn't fair, because why saddle new parents with debt? Like, having kids is bad enough. I just don't think it's fair. When I was little, I was actually born 2 months premature because I'm a twin. And one of the things my parents used to say when we were little, because they're sadistic psychopaths apparently, is if we lived in America, your birth would have bankrupted us. And so one day I said, "Mom, like, what do American parents do that have twins?" And she looked at me deadpan in the face and said, "They have to live in the hospital for the rest of their lives." So till I was 11 and went to a basketball tournament in the States where I met other twins who happened to be disabled, I just thought hospitals were overrun with like children of parents who could not pay the debt of the hospital bills. Thank you. That's my time.
Give it up for Desiree, everybody. Although I feel like we have a lot more to unpack, that's for another mic. Still a big fan of like parents who are also sociopaths. Definitely relatable on this frontier. But next up on our lineup, I'm very excited. It's not going to be exactly what I posted in the chat because we got some things shifting around, but I'm really excited. She's one of the people who are newer but have become loyal district comedy people since then, and she's also really fucking hilarious. I hope that she will post, just because I don't have her bio on me right now, I hope she will post the link to her own mic in the chat, I believe it's on Saturdays. But give it up for Grace Snyder, everybody! Woo, 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 woo! Yeah! Transition! There we go. Oh my god.
I figured
You're
I'd do
upside
my
down.
show upside down.
Oh, okay.
This is how I feel right now.
Woo!
Upside down. Actually, I used to do that as a kid. I used to like go upside down when my mom was upset with me, and then watch her chin move, and it just made me laugh a lot. So you know, that ruined her yelling at me. All right, I'm back. Whew. Okay. Yeah. That I can fly. By the way, I just want to let you know, one of the skills I've been working on in the pandemic.
Woo!
One of the things I found out recently is that I am pretty much a curmudgeon-y old lady. Like, it's official. It's happened during the last year. Like, I went for a walk. I went for a 10-mile walk. It's like about 10 and a half miles, so about 17 kilometers for all you Canadians. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I went for this walk, which is basically from my home to the lake and back. And it was an adventure. And I went grocery shopping on the way back. And, you know, I used to walk a lot. I used to hike a lot. And obviously my body is like, no, you should not be able to do that anymore. You are done. Because I sprained my foot so bad that it might even be a stress fracture, which is pretty much the same way. It's not like, I don't know why they call it that. It's stressful. So it's the stressful fracture. I can't even say it. That's what it is. But I have health insurance. I know that's crazy. So I'm going to go to the podiatrist tomorrow, and he'll probably just tell me that I'm whining. So that's fine. But one of the reasons I know I'm old is my roommate was like telling me she washes her vegetables and fruit with soap and water. Even now, like, that's not a thing for the pandemic anymore. And I mean, I wasn't doing that anyway, but I was like, just use fucking vinegar. Like, I mean, you can douche with that, so I'm sure you can wash vegetables with it. Nobody douches with that. I mean, honestly, douching anyway, like, who is the douchebag who freaking like invented that? It's the stupidest thing you could ever do. Like, really? Can you imagine doing that to the penis? Like squeezing something up there to clean it out? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, do we even do that to our anuses? No, I don't think so. There's nothing in there. It's like anus our wash or wash our, I don't wash our anus. I don't know. Your anus is clean. I don't know what it would be called, but like that doesn't exist in the stores. Obviously, I'm not in marketing because I'm not doing a very good job selling it right now. I don't know. I lived in the cabin in the woods for a while, and we had an outhouse. And a lot of good things happened on that outhouse. I did a lot of good thinking. Yeah, I was out there one time for a long time, and my ex sent my dog out to check on me. It was a really good dog. I was okay. I wasn't sick or anything, but I wasn't feeling too well. And that dog is one that I will always remember. I stayed with that guy for like 7 years. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Wasn't that a red flag? Like, I wasn't feeling well and I disappeared in the outhouse. Like, not in the outhouse. You can't get in the outhouse. Recently I heard about the bear that like came up and bit the woman on the ass in either Haines or Skagway, somewhere in Southeast Alaska. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, that would have made my whole relationship worth it if that had happened. Like, why was I even in that relationship for so long? It's probably because of the outhouse, actually. I helped build it. One of the things I've noticed about Chicago, and I'm going to make this really short, is that dating is really different than it was in Alaska. Alaska, first dates are like laying foundation, doing tile work, building houses. Seriously, things I did. One of my best dates was butchering caribou. Of course. That was a hot date. And I knew I was going to be with that guy for a while when he took the wet tongue and slid it across my face. The caribou tongue. There's no men like that in Chicago. My name's Grace. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. Give it up for Grace Snyder, everybody. Again, I'm hoping she's going to post the link to her mic in the chat in a little bit. Let me just reset the timer for the next person. But oh my God, like, that is taking the whole like dating profile pic with a fish in it to another level. They're licking you with it. Like, goddamn. That being said, we're going to move on to our next comic and stop taking my hot takes about the dating scene. Next up, we have a man who thinks Jurassic Park is a Disney animal movie armed only with his wit, a stone tool, and a giant black obelisk. Give it up for Oog, son of Og, 30,000 BC. Woo, 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 woo! Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Hundred and eighty candle, oh, ha, can do that. Hamana, I make the better. Oh, can do that. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. 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 Oh, oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, ooga dooga dooga. Ooga dooga die. Ooga dooga dooga. Onda moga lai. Ooga dooga dooga. Ooga dooga die. Ooga dooga dooga. Ganaga. Ooga die. Oh, mama. Oh. Hundred and the bende get the bende. Had the bende honde can they do that? Honde can they do that? Oh, la, hunde da, hunde the benda da, ulgundundro, hundra. Oh, la, the hundra, oh, la. Oh la, oh da, oh la, oh, hundred and bede,
Woo! Give it up for Oog, son of Og, everybody. Oh my god, I felt like I was getting a reading directly from James Joyce. It's like reliving history. Alright, so next up on our set list, I want you to please welcome, it was his first time on the mic last week, he is an aspiring house husband. Give it up for Sam Salem! Woo, 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 woo!
Thank you so much. Never had to follow a caveman before, so really
First time for everything.
Every day. Yeah, so I live in LA and I'm a teacher, and a teacher's salary doesn't always cover the cost of living in LA, so I had to start driving for Uber. And yeah, I gotta say, dealing with all these entitled loudmouths that drink too much has gotten pretty exhausting. So I think I'm gonna switch to Uber full time. Yeah, I teach seniors, and for real though, you'd be shocked at how many conversations we've had to have about how inappropriate it is to show up to school drunk. And like sometimes it's so obvious. Like the other day, I barely walked into the classroom and they're like, "Mr. Salem, I can smell the alcohol on you, dude. You really gotta quit." Yeah, I also teach middle school. Do you guys remember how terrible middle school was?
Woo!
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So now imagine like being in charge of that experience. It's even worse. Like middle schoolers, they're like constantly wanting attention. They're so needy. They can't handle their urges. Like being a middle school teacher is basically like teaching a room full of dudes named Hunter that you met on Tinder. Like that's what it's like dealing with middle school. Yeah, you remember how awkward it used to, like when you were a kid, how awkward it was seeing your teacher out in public?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once again, so much more awkward being the teacher seeing the student out in public. The worst ever was one time I was at the grocery store, and like I just got to the grocery store and only put 2 items in my cart, and those 2 items happened to be I had 3 bottles of, well, okay, whatever, math is hard. I had 3 bottles of wine and a box of condoms, and that's all I had in my cart. And I go around the corner and all of a sudden I see one of my students and his mom walking towards me. I was like, of course. And his mom looks down and is like, having a party this weekend, I see. And this could have been a really awkward situation, but my school has a saying that goes, every situation is a teachable moment. Okay, every moment is a teachable moment. So I just took that, I embraced that, and I looked at my student. I was like, "Hey, man, you remember in class when we were learning about cause and effect?" He's like, "Yeah, I remember cause and effect." So I turned to his mom. I was like, "Hey, this is just a great example of cause and effect. Cause, I teach your son at school all day. Effect, outside of school, I drink heavily and practice safe sex." Yeah. So anyway, I recently just took a stand-up comedy class, but it was only level 1, and I think they don't teach you how to do transitions until the level 2. So anyway, church. Yeah, so I go to church, but like as soon as I say that, I'm like, no, I'm not one of the bad, like I get big. I'm not like most Christians energy. They're the worst. And out of all my years going to church, I've come to the conclusion that you cannot trust an attractive pastor. Like, if a pastor of a church is attractive, I mean, what do you need Jesus for? Like, people are probably already buying you, sending you free drinks. You're probably getting brand partnerships on Instagram. You're so attractive. Like, church is for us ugly people. Like, it's so selfish. Like, you're telling me you have superior bone structure and you need the Lord's blessing? Like, no. Church is for us ugly people. Like, have you guys ever heard the saying, God works in mysterious ways? Yeah, that saying is because someone was sitting there like, oh my God, why do I look like this? And someone else was like, God works in mysterious ways. We need God because we need to believe there's a reason that we look like this. Like, there must be some sort of reward. Basically, what I'm saying is you're either Christian or you're hot. Thank you so much for your guys' time. And give it up for our host, Tom, best host on the internet. Hands down.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. Yep. Still don't know how to take compliments as per my original set, but appreciate that set that you did. I agree. Christians are unattractive, I guess was the moral of that story. That's not true. That's not true. Don't cancel me. Anyway, next up on our set list, very excited. We're making more switches in the lineup. People out for others, so please don't act surprised. But I'm really all about this next comic. Let me see where the intro I wrote for him was. I feel like in his intro he specifically wrote, please write something for me, and I completely like fucked it up and did not write anything for him, but we're gonna be spontaneous. His name is, he's known as Ralph the Mouth, and that's not only because of the way he eats salads during this mic. Give it up for Ralph Anthony! Andy, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Oh boy, wow. How do you compete with a fucking intro like that? Honestly, Jesus Christ, dude. I feel like you should just get paid to write people's intros forever. Like that should be your side hustle. Yeah, no, my mouth is very good for many different things. Pay your parking tickets, people. Pay your parking tickets, okay? Cody Webb, pay the tickets, man. Okay, that was a very weird, aggressive joke, and apparently, thank God, Tom's the only one laughing right now. Okay. Oh boy, way to alienate everyone. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, Grace isn't even gonna come off mute for that. She's like, no, you know what? Fuck that shit. No, don't come in here with that weak shit. You got to get up to these fucking Christmas lights level, bro. That's what you got to bring. And that's what you got to bring. Christmas lights on the wall, stars on the ceiling. It's a fucking 8th grader's dream right now. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, man. I tell you what, though. I'm in a fucking good mood. I'm in a good mood because I am in a relationship, man. I've been in a relationship for fucking 6 months. I know, shocking, surprising. It's the fucking hair. It is the hair. Sometimes I think I talk too fast for Zoom. That's what the problem is. I'm already on the second joke when you guys haven't even heard the first one. Okay. Back the train up. Zoom isn't great for New Yorkers who have Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, I'm just in a good mood, man. I'm in a good mood because I'm in a relationship, and it's fun for me because I've been in one for basically almost fucking 8 months. It's been great. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. I had to, though. So I got 6 months into this pandemic, 6 months into that lockdown. I was like, you got to lock something down, dude. You got to fucking lock it down. You can't be going into this pandemic part 2 still fucking single, bro. That's not good. That is not good. But, like, I realized that it's a good thing because I can't go back out into the world now. I can't go back out into that single life. No. Because I can't hook up the way that I used to. You can't do it, man. You can't. No one can do it. Like, I took that shit for granted. I took it for granted. You know, like, listen, before Corona, safe sex meant just wearing a condom. Now safe sex means just wearing a mask. It's like, no condom, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Listen, I don't care, vaccine, no vaccine. I'm more scared of COVID than I am of AIDS, okay? And I'm an 80s baby. Like, I could just go to the bar in the old world. I could just go to the bar and meet someone and go home with them. Like, it was great. You know, I wouldn't be able to do that now. No, I'm too fucking paranoid. But how am I going to go out? I got to go out and get off. Like, everybody has to come. Everybody's got to get off, you know? But how can you come and still be safe? That's the big question. That's the big question. Porn? No, I'm all set. Porn gets boring, believe it or not. Believe it or not, Sam Salem, porn gets boring. I know, shocker. And I would go to the best sites too, man. I would go to UJizz. UJizz.com. Oh, it's the fucking best, man. Because it has jizz in the title. You know what you're going to get. UJizz.com is like the Hustler magazine of porn sites. Like, it's just pure raunch and filth. Can't go to Pornhub. You guys fuck with Pornhub?
Hell yeah.
One of us, one honest person, 8 liars. But I can't go to Pornhub because they have hub in the name, and hub sounds corporate, and I can't wax my carrot to corporate to schedule sex. Okay, no. I can't get off to some girl banging a dude named Trevor who wears his socks. Like, no. Okay, awkward pause. Great, good stuff. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I love all of you.
Give it up for Ralph Anthony, everybody. Woo, woo, woo. Glad you could make it. Just gonna reset the timer real quick. Do a brief interlude. No, I'm not. All right, next up on our set list, let's see, who do we have? I believe it's their first time on the mic, so let's be really nice and welcoming. This next comic is coming to us all the way from San Diego. Give it up for Jessica Hudson. Woo, 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 woo!
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is a great mic. I'm glad I discovered it. And now I want those chips.
Oh my
I guess
God.
I have to go to Canada. So
I shat on them, and now I'm eating them throughout the mic. Sorry, this
There's-
is your time. Let me give it back to you. Woo.
it's okay. I'm the one that brought it up. Anyway, okay. So I just recently turned 40.
Woo!
I know I look young. Thank you. But I'm going backwards like Benjamin Button. So instead of getting younger in age, I'm getting younger with my life decisions.
Huh.
I stay up late. I smoke weed. I go to nightclubs and then my knees fucking hurt from all the dancing. I actually was going to say I play Twister and now my back hurts. I don't know which one's funnier. What I'm trying to say is I live with my Mexican mom who was raised by nuns. Well, I should say I roommate with her because I pay the bills. But she does the dishes like all the time. But last week she caught me smoking weed in my room. I thought I was being all discreet. And she walked in and I was so embarrassed because my mom doesn't know about weed. I tried to hide it. I'm like waving my hands, get rid of the smoke. And she asked me, "What are you doing? It smells like a skunk in here."
Yeah.
I told her I'm relaxing. And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, can you blow it in my face? I want to relax too." Wow, if only I had known my mom wanted to relax with me instead of to read the Bible every night. I thought my life would be more traditional at 40. I thought I would be married to a man with kids. But instead I found out that I'm a lesbian. And at least that's what my horoscope told me. I'm a sucker for horoscopes because I'm logical. Coming out as gay was challenging, not for me at all, but for everyone in my life. My family was confused. My friends didn't believe me. I mean, they do know my track record with men. I understand though why they didn't believe me. I look super straight. And you're probably wondering, what does straight look like? It looks like this. That's me. I look straight. Nothing about me screams gay until the neighbors hear me when my girlfriend is going down on me. I'm really glad I got a tattoo at 40 and not 18, because when you're 40, that's when you know who you are. So I got my cat's paw prints tatted on my shoulder to further prove how gay I am, to display how much I love pussy. To display how much I love pussy. All right, I'm gonna leave you with that.
Awesome! Woo 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 woo! Give
Thank
it
you.
up, everybody! Woo woo woo! For Jessica, first time on the mic, very, very funny. Thank you for being here with us this evening. And I also just want to acknowledge, yes, Cody, we should mute Tom. I don't know what prompted that. It could have been multiple things, and in either case, I agree with you. Nonetheless, next up, we have with us also their first time tonight. We got to chat a little bit before the mic started. He's from Baltimore. He seems like he's gonna be really funny, really excited. Give it up for Richard Johnson, everybody. Woo 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 woo!
What's up, everybody? Yes, my name is really Richard Johnson. It means Dick. Let's get that out of this way. All right. My dad's name is Dick. My grandfather's name is Dick. So I come from a long line of dicks. Yes, which makes sense because my grandmother's name was Vagina, and my mom was Twat. So I have to marry somebody named Clit. click. And I'll be the first guy that will ever do that. And in other good news, I just moved out of my childhood room, so I just did that. Yeah, bad news is it was just to the basement. So that's all. Yeah. They said your 20s is your prime, but I didn't think I would be stuck at the house watching Amazon Prime. Yeah. I started watching Prime, and then there was this video. I don't know if you have ever seen this. My friend told me about it. It's called Teeth. Yes. It's about a woman who has teeth in her vagina.
Oh,
yes.
what?
Same exact thought. But while I was watching it, I was like, do you go see a OBGYN or an orthodontist? I'm just saying, like, who do you go see for that? Like, how would you fix something with that? First off, I think braces. One, you got to get braces for that. You don't want to do that. And two, how do you do like an exam? Like, how can you tell that? Like does the orthodontist go in and like, yep, you got some cavities in there also. Like, what do you tell them? Like, make sure you have to use Listerine before and after sex. You got to do that. But no, surprisingly, even with all this fucked up shit I do have a girlfriend. Yes. And you know, she's funny in the way that she expresses love to me. You know, she calls me sweetie, which is it's just kind of fucked up because she knows I'm diabetic. Like, she calls me sweet and love. And I mean, I really do. I do love her. I do. And just I'm trying to formulate a way of like figuring out how much I love her. I love her like Tarantino loves the N-word. That's how much I love her. And speaking of the N-word, did you realize Papa John just got out of a 20-month rehab for saying the N-word? Yeah. I don't even know why you go to rehab for 20 months to say for that. Like, how is the rehabilitation for that? Do you have to watch all the Friday movies? You got to get cornrows now. You got to serve pizzas to just only black people. What is it? Like, that's what I really want to figure out. And who would be like the counselor for that? Who would be there? Like Michael Richards is the counselor for that? Like, who else is there? Like Morgan Whalen, Kyle Larson, Hannah Brown. That's the three suspects. And then I'm waiting for the day that a black person cuts him off at traffic, and because I know it's gonna happen. He's gonna be like, Nissan. Yes. Come on. I mean, like, you got to control your urges, my guy. I'm gonna give you a nicotine patch. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And I've been watching a lot of Planet Earth, and I realized that zebras are just horses that studied abroad. That's all they are. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. Give it up for Richard Johnson, everybody. I was very tempted to just say give it up for Dick, everybody, but that's your joke, not mine. Anyway, moving on. I'm really excited. We got another new person on the mic. Ready to see what she has. God, I hope I reminded her in the chat. I have so much going on. I'm sorry if I lost track, but up next is comedian Ramel Carter blog. Woo, 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 woo! Give it up, everybody!
Right.
Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
How's everybody? I hope you're doing great. Okay, let's see. So everybody's lining up for that crack scene. Yeah. I know you call it a vaccine. I call it a crack scene. The difference is instead of a $5 rock, you get a free shot. Everybody needs that, right? Speaking of my Black people, I love you. But with these iPhones that we have, why are you not using the dark emojis? what is wrong with you? I mean, it's okay. iPhone put them there for a reason. You can use them. You guys notice sometimes you have Black friends. I know you white people have at least one Black friend, right? Okay. And, you send them that yellow high five and they send you the yellow high five back. And you're like, okay. Why don't you just use the dark emojis? I mean, what are you ashamed of? Everybody knows that we're of a different hue. Okay, let's live with it. Let's embrace it. Come on, use the dark emojis. Okay. Sure, the makers of iPhone is gonna say, okay, it's cool. Let me tell you, white people, if you have one Black friend, just send them a dark emoji. It's okay, And if they're not your friends anymore, then they got offended. Okay. All right, what else is going on? Oh, Meghan Markle, my shiro. She got her man Harry to do what every woman has wanted their man to do. Just for once, side with us. Okay? You still love your mom, your aunt, we know that they don't really like us. It's okay. But he left his royalty to be with her. Not only that, Meghan dropped that bombshell. She said, they were questioning whether my son, Archie, whether his skin was going to be dark. Oh, Oprah's like, what? Okay. She's like, what? I just have one thing to say to the Brits who might be racist. Okay. And I'm going to end it here. Brits, you can suck my tits if you can find them. Okay? I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm new to comedy. All right. Hope you had a great time. Thank you.
Yeah. Give it up, everybody, for Ramel. Oh my god. I always feel so lucky when people choose, when they're newer at comedy, to come onto this mic. We love having new people, and I hope that it's been a good experience for you. And also, I'm glad somebody brought up the fucking interview that has been the nonstop news this week. Up next, he has had a journey tonight, being late, being on the mic, getting disconnected via internet from the mic, and then getting reconnected. You all may know him as being the one who introduced me to the water pick and made me stop bleeding out of my mouth. But y'all should know him from the mic that he does over at Rampantly. Highly recommend. You should check it out. Give it up for Josh Mandel. Woo, 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 woo.
Thanks, Tom. Woo. I've been doing something really fun at night recently. I've been driving around my neighborhood and playing the noises of animals that shouldn't be there. I'm like the Steve Irwin of Bluetooth speakers. So fun. I call the playlist as my exotic meats playlist, and I just go around playing it, and it's just like my neighbors. I hope that they're just like, are there mountain lions in the Northeast? But more realistically, they're like, oh my god, fucking this kid again. Yeah, I mean, school. I'm at school, dude. School is wow. I was honestly thinking about like going to a community college and take care of to just finish my classes there. And my friend was like, "Are you going to apply?" And I was like, "Dude, I forgot you had. I thought you could just show up. I didn't realize you were going to apply." Oh God, yeah. And I found out I'm in my cousin's will. I'm in the will of a distant relative, which was like, that's pretty cool. Except that she's really hanging on. And it's like, I wish her the best. I really do wish her the best. But just like ideally on a short time frame. You know what I mean? Like by the time the next Xbox comes out, it would be nice. But I don't know. That situation, there's nothing I can do about that. Wish her the best though. Hand to God. Yeah. You know what I learned? You know what I learned in 3rd grade is that there's only so many times that you can play hooky. There's only so many times. At number 17, in case you were wondering, they start getting real suspicious, right? And once you hit the late teens, they really catch on to you. And the main thing, like I was like thinking about it, I was like, damn, like what did I miss in all the 17 days? I'm like, I don't know how to jump rope. I guess that's what it is. And also I don't know cursing. I'm just struggling to understand who is it in this population that's buying pythons. Is it anyone here? Does anyone here own a python?
My roommate.
Okay, that's good because I don't understand. It's a dangerous purchase. You know what I mean? It's like it's an animal that is actively trying to kill you most of the day, and it just seems absurd that someone buy like that you just go through your head like, oh, I want this in my home. I went to my friend's house. He's like, dude, I bought a python. His name is Jeff. It's a knockoff python. I don't know what that means. Is that a cobra?
It's not a full-on python. I have to ask her. Sorry.
Oh, you own a snake?
No, she does. My roommate does. Yeah.
Does she know how to play the flute? That's important. If you're gonna buy a snake, you need to know. That's a must.
We have a stripper pole.
All right. Does the snake wrap around it and climb up?
That would be so cool.
And then shower with money? That would be pretty sick. See, this is what I mean. Every time I sit down and do homework, I think I'm like, oh my god, like how can I get super rich right now? And I think the answer is a knockoff python strip club. So I mean, woo, this has been the most productive TB&J of my entire life. I mean, really incredible. I think I'm now gonna, I'm gonna embrace the sleaze. I'm gonna find some pythons in hard times, and I'm just gonna bring them in, and I'm gonna say, listen, you can make a great amount of money work with me. Last thing, word, perfect time. I'm out of here. Thank you.
Woo, woo, woo! Get up for Josh Mandel, everybody! Woo, 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 woo! Thank you for coming out. Thank you for laying some truths about pythons. Woo! Also, before we move on to our next comic, I just have to interject because it's blowing up my chat right now. But people are obsessed with Samuel Salem, everybody. People are just asking, is he single? What is his orientation? So anything you want to respond back to in the chat, you're welcome to. Just want to let you know that you are loved, Sam.
Thank you so much.
Great, glad I offered the opportunity for a response on that. I probably should have thought ahead and done the dual spotlight or something. Anyway, next up on our mic, transition. This next comic was once described. That was the whole intro. Give it up, everybody, for Jake Snyder! Woo, woo, woo!
Hey, everybody! What's going on? Woo. Oh my god, I'm having fun tonight. I'm glad I'm here. Got to hear Ed Smith and most articulate reading of Finnegan's Wake I've ever heard in my life. I really like that. That's an English joke. I want to start off with a smart one because everything else is going to be a diatribe of weird filth. So buckle in. So, I've been in a pretty down disposition lately because I was caught watching porn, not touching myself. I'm not sure. That's a weird situation to be in because I try to get an excuse. Back in the day you can get had the Playboy, you can say you're just reading the articles. And I'm just thinking to myself I was on Pornhub reading the comments that's worse. And then less weird people are just jacking off. But it's weird for me now because I'm pretty desensitized to it because I watched so much in the early days. I try to get back into it because nowadays if I watch porn, it's not finished when I'm finished. The porn's finished when I find a video that makes me feel bad. That's when it stops. So I don't want to be like in the middle of my business and then I find a video, feel sad, and then have to continue. I don't want to feel shame and then come. That's the wrong order. That's not how that's supposed to happen. But yeah, it's been kind of weird. Like I'm pretty desensitized to it. I'm pretty numb to the point where I had a friend try to prank me by showing me linking me a gay porn video, which is already just a lame prank. Like I'm so numb. I watched it for like 15 seconds, waiting for the catch. Okay, this is a pretty vanilla butt fuckery happening right here. What's the hook? What's supposed to be the draw for me? Like it's gay porn. I don't know. It's weird. Whatever weird thing to say. I got an unsolicited dick pic from a lady. She got the unsolicited dick pic, and like she said to me, because like, hey, guess who this is? Like, okay, weird. And remember, it was my friend Marcus. And Marcus, what he tried to do was blow up his dick in MS Paint and then pass it off like it was his. Here's the deal: it's not Photoshop; it's MS Paint. So you just make it bigger, just pixelated. Yeah. So I took that and forwarded it to him. Said, "Hey, dude, I'm sorry they built your dick in Minecraft. I'm sorry." Oh my goodness. Speaking of male genitals and whatnot, I've been doing some research. I found out apparently in the 90s they're experimenting with like male birth control. Like I wish that shit was made nowadays. I'd take that in a heartbeat, but apparently it was turned down because of the side effects. I said, come on, dude, you're not manly enough to handle a few side effects to not get a lady pregnant. I'll do whatever it takes. Does it make me lactate? I don't care. I'll do whatever. Like one of the side effects they said it occurred was like it actually decreased your libido. And to be fair, if I took like a birth control pill that decreased my libido, I think that would just solve more problems than like the initial problem was. Do I really have to bring home a lady 2 o'clock in the morning at last call? I don't think I can. Maybe I should go home, rethink my choices in life, figure out where I should go from here on out. Oh my goodness. Like, I was talking to like this girl, like she talking about how like there's not so much romance nowadays. Like she mentioned like Civil War letters, how they're all like very eloquent, and like you can see them in the museums. They're very like very well written. And I'm just saying, those are the ones that made it. I'm sure there's been a whole bunch of shitty Civil War letters that someone wrote that that lady didn't want. It's like, my dearest Margaret, I know you're the only woman of ill repute in all of Clear Spring, Maryland, so there might be many parcels on your vestibule. But if you ever get this message, I've traced my phallus on the back of this parchment. If you could write back, ridiculing the minuscule amount of ink it required to trace said parchment, I'd be much obliged. They're going to be cutting off my other leg tomorrow, frowny face. All right, that's my time, everybody. Thank you for putting my bullshit. Enjoy the rest of the show. Good night.
Woo, 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 woo! Give it up for Jake Snyder, everybody. Oh my god. That was really funny. I'm crying a little bit. I don't know if it's from how funny the set was or these damn ketchup chips. Which I keep snacking
really
on.
Good.
They're at least addictive. I don't know if all addictive things are good. But they're definitely making me explore that question, which means at least I'm learning. I'm exploring things. Anyway, next up on our mic, he said for his intro, surprise me. So I'm going to share something that I was a little bit surprised with just a few minutes ago, is that I get to have tomorrow off from work, everybody. Woo, 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 woo! Because somebody at work was identified as having COVID, so I gotta go get tested. Yeah! Give it up for Daniel Flores! Woo!
All right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Stand-up comedy is addictive, but it's not good. What's up, guys? My name's Daniel. I used to go to a dentist for kids a lot, and going to an adult dentist for the first time was really disappointing, right? Because the kid dentist had Disney movies and GameCubes in the waiting room. My adult dentist has HGTV and a subscription to Cranes Today magazine. Yeah, that part of the appointment where the dentist hacks at your teeth with a pickaxe feels a lot longer when Property Brothers is on in the background. It's just weird because there's someone on in the background like buying a whole house, and I'm just suddenly realizing I might not be able to afford the dentist bill at the end of this. It's weird because like I just scheduled the dentist appointment without thinking about it because, you know, like I just thought that's what adults do. I'm not very experienced in adulthood. I don't know if you could tell. I was 12 like yesterday. Yeah, I was just like, I didn't realize what a hellscape being an adult was, because it's like, to me, being an adult is you get a copay instead of a candy bar at the end of the dentist appointment. That's what it is. No, but that was like, I remember going to my first visit to the like adult dentist after moving out. I was proud of myself because I had just booked the appointment. I was like, I'm killing it at this adult thing. So I called my mom and I was like, Mom, you'd be proud of me. I booked a dentist appointment. And she was like, oh, that's great. How are you going to get there? Well, you're going to give me a ride, right? Killing it at this adult thing. Yeah. At the end of that appointment, I was, the dentist just got done looking at my teeth and she goes, are there any problems with your teeth that you would like me to address? Well, I thought that was your job to find out. Right, like if I was the kind of person who knew what problems I had with my teeth, I wouldn't be here right now. I would be doing a lot better at adult than I am right now. What is adult? Competitive sport? I don't know. I think my dentist is depressed, to be honest, and like I could be projecting, but I don't think that's the case. She's a lot more cynical than she used to be. And she's been cynical the entire time I've known her, to be fair. Like, I remember the first time I walked into her office and she was like, she just looks at me and goes, you're not a flosser, are you? I hadn't even opened my mouth. I just have the face of someone with mediocre dental hygiene. But no, like actually, I came in this last time I went to see her, and she asked me if I had been flossing regularly. And I'll admit it, like she's helped me change my habits a lot, because before I would have lied and said yes, but this time it was an honest answer. I said no, but she's helped me become a more honest person. All right. I thought that would land. And that made me forget. Yeah, I don't know. Dang, I kind of want to bail on the whole joke and the whole set now. No. I want my dentist to be depressed, right? Because the dentist is the one medical professional who can make you bleed when you see them, and then they'll blame it on you. And that's not... All right. I forgot a line that was pretty crucial, but that's okay because I'm out of time. Thanks, Tom.
Woo! Give it up for Daniel, everybody, and give it up one more time for the water pick. Just because that's my personal experience, we're just gonna bring it back. It's a callback. It's funny. I learned that in comedy school. Thank you. I also want to mention, just because it came up during your set, Daniel, that I found out during our other show, Laughing into the Void. Kelly Zebnikis, who is another regular on the mic, actually knows the Property Brothers and has like dialed them on the phone before.
Wow.
I was like, oh my god, yeah, let's put her in the waiting rooms at dentistries. Anyway, next up, I'm really excited. We got another newbie for the mic, and they are coming to us today all the way from Portland, Oregon. Give it up for Patty Monsbach.
Close it up. Right.
Yeah.
The Property Brothers. Wow. My dad will not stop calling him the Gay Brothers. And we're like, Dad, they're not gay, like at all. They vaccinated my dad. That's who they're trying to save him. He's also convinced the restaurant Chipotle is pronounced Chips-Holy. And we can't. Aren't there like EMTs? Like, there are more important people you should vaccinate besides him. I'm just saying. I love him. I'm happy, but just saying. Oh, I live out here in Portland, Oregon. Oh, they get so mad at you. It's so much fun, Cody. It is the best. I'm not going to stop. When I was in New Jersey growing up, I'm sorry, I played the Oregon Trail, and that is just how it works. More stimulus checks. Give me more stimulus checks. Those are the best things ever. This is just my political platform. I'm going to run on the party of stimmies. No, I stole that from somebody. So I was thinking about using my stimulus checks to get the boob job that Rob in 9th grade always said I needed. Yeah. The doctors, they weren't doing elective surgeries. So, even my boobs can't get a job in this economy. It's rough out here. I know times are tight for a lot of people, so this is some hot money saving tips just for you guys, just some hot tips. If you can't afford a mask, you can just get them for free in the parking lot. You just look down and just put them. The other day I was on my way to work. I was waiting for the bus because they just let me get COVID. They don't care. Just go in, whatever. Anyway, I was waiting for the bus, and this naked woman, she ran up to me and then she slapped me in the face. Yeah. I know some people have to pay for that. I don't know how. I mean, I know I got it for free. I don't know how I got so lucky. Except I have check out my new self-defense keychain. It's like a cat. Isn't it so cute? Oh, this is not legal. I think this might be a concealed weapon, whatever. I love it. Oh, it's so good. What am I doing? It is a slippery slope into prop comedy, everybody. Let's see. 3 of my coworkers are pregnant right now. I mean, I got new birth control this year and no one told me congratulations. Whatever. That's fine. Okay, sure. Fine. Oh, but when I got my IUD, I texted every guy on my phone. I was like, "New IUD, Hootis." It didn't help. The celibacy virus is real. Let me tell you. Let's see. How are we doing with your New Year's resolutions? Not good at all, right? We're doing terrible. I remember the beginning of 2020. Right. I was gonna get real in shape, so I was doing like sit-ups and stuff like that. And I did so many, I got friction burn from my underwear. Yeah, I had to explain to the guy I was hooking up with at the time that the rashes down there were from my lifestyle choices. That did not go over well, like at all. I'll tell you that. Oh my God, I was so in love with him. Like, I finally worked up the courage to ask him out on a date, and then he said no. And then the next week, my queen, governor of Oregon, shut everything down because of coronavirus. Yes, came in. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I caused this pandemic. I apologize. My spite went way too far. But he texted me the other day. He really did. And he said he's sad and depressed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what, everybody, I'll leave you on this. So I just want you to know that revenge is a dish best served as takeout only, because everything is still closed. It's all just still closed. We'll never reopen again. All right, I don't have time for anything else, but thank you guys.
Give it up, everybody. Oh my God. That is what I love about having fucking new people on the mic, is I get taken off guard and fucking railroaded with comedy. Oh my God, that was so funny. Thank you so much, and please come back. Next up, we have our headliner for the night. I'm really excited for this next comedian because not only are they hilarious, but they're also going to be featured on the upcoming Stand Up for a Cause show for ACT that I mentioned at the top of the show. So not only is he funny, but he also cares about important causes. Give it up for Ashwin Singh! Woo, 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 woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Hello. You're recording this, right?
I mean, there is a recording of it somewhere, because
Great.
YouTube.
I don't care about the cause. I care about the stage time. What you talk about? Guys, this is important. My girlfriend cannot even get me to tell my mother to not call at 4 a.m. Do you know the balls it takes to tell your colonizer husband, to tell your monarch mother to shut the fuck up? I'm just joking. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm too talented for there to not be something wrong with me, and girls can see that in my face. I can't do small talk. That's my biggest problem. I always go on dates and end up asking the most abruptly intense questions. I was on a date, halfway through I was like, "Hey, how do you feel about honesty and transparency?" And girl was like, "We are in the middle of a movie right now." It's like, we're watching Grown Ups too. What is so important about watching a movie together that makes you understand the movie better than if you were watching it alone? Like, I would never take you to a book club on a first date and go, hey, are you also on chapter 13? So I was like, yeah, how do you feel about transparency? And talking to a person about transparency when they're wearing something called concealer on their face. Not the best. Favorite part of that joke, half the audience goes, what is concealer? Let me mansplain concealer to you for a second.
Great.
Concealer is the foundation of makeup. And if you're not laughing, you also don't know what foundation is. I know about makeup because I have 5 sisters, and my mom says 4 of them are naturally beautiful. Okay, couple reasons I get away with that joke. Reason 1, I only have 4 sisters. Reason 2, none of my sisters are stupid enough to hear that joke and go, yes, I am the ugly one in this story. People don't understand that. Like, if I yell, hey, dumbass, into the middle of a room of 100 people, and only one person makes eye contact with me, that's not me calling you dumbass. That's you self-identifying as a dumbass. Right? When I was in high school, we used to have something called morning assembly, where all the children would gather and the principal would say some useless shit nobody needs to hear. And so the kids stopped going, and then the principal got mad and started lecturing the people that were actually in attendance. She would be like, you guys don't understand how important assembly is. And we would all be like, no, we do. We are assembled. You're complaining to the wrong people. And that's how I feel about the white people that stormed the Capitol, going, the election is broken. As like, you're not wrong, just late. It reminded me of the Wall Street people complaining about GameStop, like, we need market regulation. 80 years ago, where you been, bro? I'll end on this. There's like a brand new kind of people in the pandemic that are getting on pedestals and going, you need to understand that we need to be responsible people and we need to be accountable to one another because your decisions affect my well-being. And I was like, how is this new information? I called my dad. I was like, Dad, did you know the trick to being a good human being is being accountable to one another? Mind blown. How are you just now discovering this? Are you by any chance a rich old white dude that just realized diseases don't discriminate based on bank balance? Are you angry because for the first time in your life something discriminates against you more than me because I have third world immunity and you have no lung capacity? I got time. Sit with that for a second. Feel how you'll feel. All right, I'm out of time. Sorry, guys. Thank you very much.
No, please. You are always okay to go a little over time, buddy. Oh my God, so funny. I also I say, oh, so funny, and I'm also like, man, I got a lot of things about my life I gotta think of after that. Give it up for Ashford Singh, everybody. Give it up for this entire mic. That was our last person. So I'm just gonna do a little outro for us. Checking real quick. Also, let me check back on the set list a little bit because I did want to give a special shout out to Jake. So, at one point during your set, I believe it was your set, you said something that was so funny that I literally pulled the wire out of my headphone, and then I couldn't hear anything that you said, and I had to plug it back in. So just wanted to mention that, because that's a fun little detail, and that's why people show up to this. Anyway, closing out the mic for the night. That's it for tonight. We're going to stop streaming, but if the comedians are interested, we do keep the room open for 15 to 30 minutes after for some green room time, just to chat, network. If you didn't get a chance to collect the plugs from the chat, that is your time to do so. But I want to give a big thank you to all of you guys for performing tonight. I'm gonna really miss the pandemic when I can't get such funny people to come on to my shows. But I also want to give a shout out to our awesome audience who has actually been really active in the chat, which is really weird for this show. Again, mostly for Sam, but I'll take what I can get. Please consider making a donation of any size at district-comedy.live. Or alternatively, like, share, and follow us on all the social media. All those links can be found in the